Good morning, students. Today I am going to teach you our eighth chapter, that is the sermon to Benares. Into it, what is a sermon? Do you know? Sermon is a kind of teaching, or I can say preaching. Both are the same things. And this is teach by a priest or a monk, okay, and what they teach us about the scripts, about the religious things, okay. So into this chapter, why it named as a sermon at Banaras? Because Gautam Buddha did first sermon at Banaras. That's why the chapter's name is Sermon at Banaras. So the story is like this: that the Gautam Buddha is not familiar about the lot of the things, like he don't know what kind of suffering the general public are having. Okay, he born and at the age of, I think, at the age of 12 he sent for schooling, and after that he returned back after maybe after 4 years, and he get married to a princess. And then what will happen, he is also having a son. His age is 10 years old and he is 25 years old, and one day he think about that I have to go outside for hunting. He go outside for hunting and he see four things there. First one is, yes, first one is sick man, second one is aged man, third one is the funeral, and the last one is monk. Yes, a monk who is begging for the food, okay, or for the money. Now, what happened? When first time at the age of 25, he sees that a lot of the suffering are into the world. So he get little bit tensed. Then what happened? He went here and there for 7 years, and that time he left his family. For 7 years he went here and there in the search of the enlightenment. And one day he sit under the tree of the people, and for within the 7 days he get the enlightenment. Then he want to teach to the people about that enlightenment, which kind of enlightenment he is having. He got to know about the life and death concepts, about the God and about this earth. He got all the things which God want to teach us. Okay, his concepts is clear. Then that's it about the first part, and then second part starts about that there is a woman whose name is Kisa Gautami, and Kisa lost her son, and she cried a lot. And one person came near her, and that person says that only one person can be have your solution of your problem. And who is that person? That person is Siddharth Gautam. Okay, or we can say Gautam Buddha. Then what happened? The Gautam Buddha asked her to get one handful of grain or one handful of mustard seeds from the general public, from whoever you want to take. Just go and knock the door of the peoples and get it. But one condition is there, that if he is not lose his near and dear ones. Near and dear means into came into and that is parents, brothers, son, sister, etc., friends. Okay. Then she went here and there. She got to know that nobody is here who is not lost his near and dears. Then what will happen? She sit at the evening, and she saw at about a night that a lot of the lights are flickering, and then a complete darkness, because all the peoples, because it is a night, so all the people closes their lights, laltain, I can say, okay, their lamps. And then what will happen? She now the concept of her Kisa is clear, that one day we have to die. So that's all about the story. Now I want to continue it with the line by line summary. Now, before you read activities, use the dictionary or ask for your teacher help as you discuss the following questions in the group. What is a sermon? I told you about the sermon. That sermon is a kind of preaching or teaching. Is it difficult for a lecture or a talk? Yeah, I think it is a difficult to talk into a lecture because in one lecture maybe concept is not clear. Maybe after two or three lectures or maybe maturity games, then you got to know that yeah, there is some balance between the life and the death. Okay, can this word also be used in a negative way or as a joke? As in my mother's sermon about getting my work done on the time. So it is up to you that is your mother giving the kind of teaching to you that while she is having her work, household works, and then she do. So maybe it is a kind of a joke for him. Second question, find out the meaning of the words and the phrases given in the box. What is afflicted with? What is be composed? What is proceed? I will teach you into the chapter. Okay, have you heard of the sermon on the mount? Who deliver it? Who do you think deliver a sermon at Benares? On the mount, who delivered? I told you about the Siddharth Gautam delivered that sermon at Benares. Now, I want to start my chapter that is Gautam Buddha. When he live and die, he born at 563 BC and died at 486 BC. Began life as a princess named Siddharth Gautam in the northern India. He born in the north part of the India. At 12, he was sent away for the schooling. I told you na that at the age of 12 years old, he sent for the schooling. You know that time of schooling is like Gurukul schooling, and there they teach us about the scriptures. In the Hindu sacred scriptures, religious things, okay, about the Gita, Ramayana, Mahabharata, and after 4 years later, he returned home to marry a princess. They had a son and lived for 10 years as befitted royalty. Now, as a royal life, he spent because his son is 10 years old and he spent it there. Look, he is 16 years old when he get married, and at the age of 25 or maybe he is about to turn of 26, his son is 10 years old. Okay, look how they write 10, not like this. They write in the words, not a numerical form, not in a numerical form. Okay, please focus as students. Then what will happen? At about the age of 25, the princess, therefore means before now, shield from the suffering of the world while out hunting. Now before that he don't know about the suffering of the world, but now he go outside into the world at the age of 25 while out hunting, chase up. Now while he is going to hunt, he sees that a sick person is sitting. Then he move forward and he sees that the aged person is also there. Then he move forward, he sees the funeral procession. Funeral procession means Shav Yatra. And finally, a monk begging for alms. Alms here means grain, for money, okay, etc. These sights so moved him that he at once went out into the world to seek enlightenment. And because of all these sights, whatever he sees, he think about the enlightenment concerning the sorrow he had witnessed. Because into his mind there is a lot of the sorrows, and because he witness means he himself sees all these things. He wandered for 7 years and finally sat down under a peepal tree. For 7 years, he wandered here and there, and finally, he sat under the peepal tree. And sorry, where he vowed to stay. What is vowed? I told you. Yes, he take a pledge to stay until enlightenment came. Then he pledged that until the enlightenment didn't came into my mind, I will stay here. For without food, without opening his eyes, he just sat under the tree and for the enlightenment. And then what happened? Enlightenment after 7 days. After 7 days, the enlightenment came, renamed the tree. Then he renamed that tree, people tree, Bodhi tree, means tree of wisdom, and began to teach and share his new understandings. New understandings, whatever the enlightenment came into his mind, he want to teach to the general public, means praja. At that point, he became known as the Buddha. So, because he teaches, he want to teach. That's why a lot of the people gave him the name Buddha. Buddha means the awakened or the enlightened. Thank you all. If any query, then comment it below. Thank you. Yes, first boys will go.